Hey, y'all, what's going on? We are racing in Grassroots Big Events Racing League tonight. Racing their version of basically, a night of super late models during the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna Speedway, which is in New Smyrna, Florida. Um, it is a particular event that is usually part of Speed Weeks, which are the weeks leading up to and consisting of the Daytona 500. So IRL Daytona 500 is coming up soon, usually right around that time. You know, before that, the month before is the 24 hours of Daytona, and then the following month, starting early in February, you end up having the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna, and then usually, you know, the duels and stuff at Daytona. The World Series goes on for like a fucking full week. I mean, if I remember correctly, wasn't there one year that it lasted like 9 days? I think it was like nine. There was like one year where it was like 9 days. I'm not sure what it's at now, if it's at like 9 days or if it's just 7 days. But I think I remember there being one year where it was 9 days, because I remember that being the year that the ACT Late Model Series, the American Canadian Tour, which is a crate late model series up in the Northeast, they actually made the trip down there to do like an exhibition race down there. And those cars, I think they actually raced a couple times while they were down there that week. But those cars, they put on a fucking show down there. I would love to see crate late models at New Smyrna like that again. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over. We just logged into the game, so we're gonna go ahead and switch over. There we go. Look at that view from the bluff there. Doesn't New Smyrna look beautiful during sunset or late in the afternoon? Whatever one it is. I'll look at the time when I get in the sim. I can't see it from here on the screen because the mirror of the VR headset's just a wind just a window on the main monitor there. We're gonna go ahead and turn that down before we jump in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and switch headsets and jump in Discord. I believe I got everything set up. All the meters and stuff are looking good over there. I'm gonna jump into Discord. Let's give a radio check to our crew chief first. Can you hear me?
Affirm, I hear you.
Hell yeah, our crew chief can hear us. It sounded like the game sound was working just fine. So let's go ahead and jump in to the Discord and put the headset on. Hey, brother, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Hell yeah. Sorry, that view is probably awful, guys. Sorry about that. Let me be more gentle with you. You guys get to sit in my lap for a little bit.
Yeah, we wait and see if anybody shows up.
Uh, Dude, I hope we get some cars for this. I like this fucking track. I was actually, since I actually had some constructive information about, speed weeks and leading up to like, eventually what ends up being, the speed weeks portion at Daytona, like, this event kind of sets a tone for that because of racers coming here, and there are sometimes NASCAR guys that run here, and then next week they get to spend a significant amount of time in Daytona. I've seen some stuff where people. Oh shit! I was talking to you the whole time and you didn't fucking hear anything because I wasn't pushing my button.
I got you now.
Oh, you got me. You got me, sweetheart.
Loud and clear. We'll just have to see. It might be a quiet night.
No, I was right in the process saying that I really hope there's more cars because I really like this track and I really like late models at this track, and that right before I jumped in here I was talking on the stream about this track and this particular event and the significance of it, and that, you know, it's even though we're running it one night, that, you know, it goes on for like an entire week, and you know, about how, you know, like basically how this sets the stage for what ends up being, you know, the speed weeks at Daytona, because this isn't all that far away in the same state, and that you do end up seeing some NASCAR drivers and stuff that come here, and they're getting seat time right before they spend a couple weeks at Daytona.
Yeah, they talk about like how Speed Weeks is dead and everything. Well, not really. There's still plenty of racing in Florida. You got a whole week of Smyrna, and you got a whole week of Volusia on dirt. You know, there's a lot going on. Multiple different classes, super late models to tour mods to.
And
Dano's in.
It's 17:52 right now.
Yeah, but like you were saying, I enjoy this track with this car. A lot better than Irwindale last week.
I'm gonna say I'm definitely biased in this opinion, but
This is still better than Stafford.
wow, no.
That's what you were gonna say, right?
No. I was gonna say that one of the years that was my favorite here at New Smyrna was when they had a couple of exhibition races that were run by ACT, the American Canadian Tour, because they came down for a couple of exhibition races where a bunch of their crate late model teams came down from up there in the Northeast, and they put on a couple of races at New Smyrna during the World Series because they were invited down there, and they put on a great show, and that was actually one year where there was a lot of ranting and raving about how they put on the best show the entire week.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, like I've told you before, they're crate engines, and the cars only have 3-speed transmissions, so they're very limited on what shocks they can use. The series only allows certain product numbers from certain manufacturers and stuff, so they keep the, you know, even right down to the shocks and stuff, you're very limited on what you can do. So it ends up being a series with great racing.
It'd be cool if they were able to get the
That was an 18.8.
down there.
69 laps remaining.
Somehow.
3 completed.
I know it'd be an expense, but not as much of an expense as ACT.
Yeah, and watching some kind of crate late model at New Smyrna. Crate late models actually race really well there.
18.2.
I mean, it's kind of like every time I've ran Cars Tour in iRacing at New Smyrna, it's always been an absolute blast.
Improving. Yet another quickest lap. 18.024.
It's actually been like that. Like, I've ran races during the day, in the night, in the morning, and I've never actually had an issue or like racing the late models in iRacing at New Smyrna. I've always had great racing. Even if I wasn't doing so good, like the track still felt great. Like the track and car would feel great. I would just be slow.
seconds, 3 on last lap.
I feel like that's kind of a lost art among people these days, by the way, is people still being able to enjoy something even if they're just slow. Because it seems like if people are slow, there's always an excuse, like, you know, oh, I don't like the setup, oh, I don't like this track, oh, you know, I don't like these cars at this track. When sometimes people just got to be able to admit, hey, I love these cars, I love this track, and I love racing these cars here, I'm just not very good at it and I'm slow. Still love it though.
18 minutes to go in this session.
And that's why, like I've told you before, I'm sorry, but even if I get decent finishes there, even if I end up winning there, I'm still not going to enjoy racing at Southern National.
That was an 18.6.
Now, I have told you though, I would love to go there and visit and watch racing there, because I would love to be able to go there and say that I went there to watch, like, you know, a Cars Tour race or something there.
Yeah.
But driving it myself, I just don't enjoy driving that track.
I think a lot of it is like, for me, like with Stafford, I can never figure out how to get the car to rotate like I want. It always feels tight, and I don't like driving a track that just feels constantly tight. You know, it just doesn't feel like there's a line that I can figure out. A lot of it's just I can't figure out how to race the track. For the same reason, a lot of people hate Concord. You know, it's just because it's a weird technical track. What's up, Dano?
Not much.
It might be a quite
15 laps into the stand.
Big crowd.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just got here and putt around for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Call it night.
That'd be nice after last night.
Yeah.
We've got roughly 57.3 laps left.
Is it a point system thing still or no? What are you doing?
This stuff. I mean, there is. I mean, there is a point system, but I mean, I kind of look at all these races as kind of independent events.
Yeah.
Like I never talk about the points for.
No, I don't. I never go out to win them anyway, so I don't care.
I did not know that points were even counting. I thought that they were all just one-off events that there was no point scoring for. So I've never even checked to see if there was points.
Yeah, there is, because it's all under big event.
Oh.
Whatever it is.
So the
So
three
it's
of
all
us
gonna
better
collect
do
points.
the three of us better do a 15 lap dash.
One exiting pits.
Top 3 drivers from this race get to compete.
0.2 down from your quickest.
I mean, there's no awards or anything for winning the championship that I've ever heard you speak of, and at the same time, I've never seen you post the points in Discord, unless I'm just not paying attention. But like, so I just kind of never really thought that there was points. I just thought it was just showing up just to race and do like versions that somewhat mimic the real life events.
Yeah, that's it.
Getting gas too hard coming out of that turn. That's for damn sure.
Our next race, I think, Brian, is Stafford, so he'll be happy.
Up in my neck of the woods that I don't live in anymore.
Yeah, it's all the way in April. It's at the end of April. It's a big event race.
That's another thing I like about this league is sometimes there's like nice, decent breaks, except for the end of the summer.
Yeah, and then it's hard.
The end of the summer is literally going to be like an every week thing for like 2.5 months.
Plus 50 laps left.
I saw the schedule,
Yeah.
and that's not even if you add more stuff on like some
Roughly
dirt races or
50.2
something.
laps left.
Then it'll just get
22
worse.
completed. 50 laps
Ray
to
was
go.
talking about wanting to take up the dirt side.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it was Ray and Justin were talking, because that's their
About 49.2 laps
They're
left.
like, oh, we were thinking about starting one and maybe kind of doing the dirt side of the big event stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. So I'll look for that, because I know nothing about that stuff.
Hazard.
No, we ain't gonna worry about it.
How are you guys doing watching the stream? By the way, we're just chit chatting in the Discord while we're getting ready for the race.
Justin too.
Y'all enjoying the stream so far? Hopefully it's not
Usually the
lagging or
boys
anything.
Southern Ear on Thursday
26
nights.
laps into the stint.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe they had enough
Also-
after last night.
That's what I was gonna say. I think a lot of it also comes from.
Alright, cool.
Just things.
So, fill me in, 'cause I'm not. I have
We got
fire
13
more
minutes
than
remaining of
Wednesdays,
this
so I
session.
didn't make any of them. Fill me on everything.
Oh, holy shit, you missed a crazy last 5 laps.
It was just intentional wrecking.
Was there?
Uh,
Is it new people or old people?
Alonso and a new guy. So it was one of the new guys, I guess, standing in super deep into one of the corners. And hit Alonso in the back. Gave Alonso 4 incident points and gave him a black flag. Alonso was pissed. And when the 73 car went to go past
13
Alonso,
minutes to
Alonso
go
was
in this session.
into him.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
and then
read.
he came. You can see it on the broadcast if you pull it up because they replayed it.
I read the Discord post, Ryan. It was Alonso gave the other dude the penalty because it happened actually. The part that the broadcast missed was over in turns 3 and 4 the lap before that. The other dude was down on the Alonso was down on the apron and he came up off the apron and they made a little bit of door-to-door contact, which gave the other guy a 4x, which put him at 12x, and he got a penalty. So then going down into turn 1, instead of ducking down and serving his penalty, going into turn 1, he just drove right through Alonso.
I remember that. Yeah, you're right. I remember that. What it said.
Yeah, and then I see that
When there's
Mark
exiting
didn't like
pits.
that he didn't make the field or something.
Yeah.
We got 12 minutes
Yeah.
left of this session.
I love it.
Sorry.
Everybody was thinking it.
Tough it up, Buttercup. You know.
Everybody had the same.
40 more laps remaining.
Yeah, which I mean, it does stink because there are some guys. I know that Evan wasn't able to make it, and some of the other guys I think
Recenter.
wasn't able to make it. So
Headset.
it does stink because sometimes there's some things that you just kind of mess up with, hit the wall, or don't get it right, don't have the time to practice, or so forth.
Calibrate.
So it's a bummer to see some of
Recentered.
our good friends and longtime racers not be able to make it.
Yeah, see, there should be there should be provisionals for those who have raced in the past.
Maybe. I can see provisionals for, like, one provisional for
One on you.
the first guy that didn't make it in that had the highest in points last season. Like one.
Back in the day,
It's still hot.
back in the
Still
day, there was
3.
3 or 4, like in the NASCAR series. Back in the day, there was 4 positional starter spots, 2 for points in the season, 1 for past championships, and 1 for something else that didn't always get filled.
I think it was wins.
Wins.
Yeah, it might have been wins.
One car coming out.
Yeah.
You have about 35.6 laps left.
I mean, I understand it does suck when you don't make the show, but like to a certain extent, and I mean there is a certain amount that just people just automatically gravitate towards series that, well, most people do, but most of the tension is on the series where there's a lot of people and the stakes are high and there's more people trying to get in the show than what can make it in.
A track that size, can you do heat races and consies and stuff?
Yeah, you can. You set up heat races. But then you have to worry about somebody getting wrecked in a heat race.
You have 9 minutes 41 to go in this session.
Better than
Besides,
just
that would just extend. Do you really want to add an extra 20 minutes to the show?
yeah. It wouldn't be as long of a feature. That's all. 'Cause you already did.
We have 1 car coming out.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a full race.
9 minutes and 23 still in
Yeah,
this
because
session.
they're
Yeah, but you have a better chance of getting into the field rather than just 2 or 3 laps of qualifying. Then you make it or break it.
Yeah, because they're mimicking NASCAR since it's the Cup Series and they're racing on the bigger Cup tracks. Short tracks, yeah, I definitely love when there's heat races.
Yeah.
Good job. Yet another quickest lap time, 17.856.
I love that they're not doing the stage system. I hate stage racing.
They're not?
30 laps remaining. 38
Not
down.
not at IWM.
Okay. I thought they did before.
About 30 laps left. 30 laps to go. 39
Yeah, it's
down.
more the traditional like NASCAR style of you go out, you run your qualifying laps by yourself, and then you know, whoever makes it, and then you run like,
0.1
you know,
slower than
a
your
pretty
best
decent
time.
long race. Because I think they're doing half distance of the Real Life Cup Series.
I always hated that they did it on Wednesday because
We got 8 minutes,
I'd like
11
to do
seconds
it
to go in
with
this
them, right?
session.
I want to be in that league and be part of that because it's all my buddies from the past, but they chose the one night I can't do it. It just sucks. But I mean, I'm just one person, right? When they have a good turnout, they can't just change it.
About 27 laps left.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to try to do some more public races or something. Try to get more people in here.
I see
Gap behind is
Michael
0.2.
Carpenter, Freddie, and Elliott are all in what they call a
Yeah.
fun race.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I commented on something there for them to see. Just, oh, look, my buddies are in a fun race. Too bad I wasn't part of that.
We've got roughly 24.8 laps left.
Because I didn't see anything in the IWM Discord.
Yeah, just one that we have is me, Michael, Freddie, and from way back.
Roughly 23.8
Back
laps
when
left.
Marshall was running the show. Doesn't
We
do
are
much.
we're still just
And I
practicing
posted
right
it
now.
on the SCM as well, so Evan would see it.
I'm not sure how much longer we have left.
22.8
6.5
laps
minutes.
left.
Oh yeah, that's right, we're already in 4th gear. I'm fucking hitting the wrong buttons here.
.3 slower than your fastest lap.
0.3 slower. Really not all that much slower than Ryan.
We've got near 20.8 laps left.
I see Pete posted online
20
one of
laps
the
left.
iRacing
48
sites
laps
on
completed.
Facebook that I follow. Pete messaged and said looking for a next a cup
20 laps
series
remaining.
league. So he must be done with the Warriors.
There was a few people that right after qualifying, when they didn't make it in, they were just like, looks like I'm gonna find a, like there was Mark said looks like he was gonna find something about it. Looks like he was gonna find a new place to race, and then I think Pete said I'm out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be disappointed if Mark left. He's a bit of a whiner. He doesn't get his way.
About 17.8
Man, I would have
laps left.
never noticed. Judging by that response about qualifying, holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's like say that was just a common thing for him. If he doesn't get his way or something goes wrong, he'd always be posting on it.
Car behind lap time 18.6.
And then there was a guy in there, Ryan Andrews. He left after being, you know, getting some shit back when he was criticizing the penalties.
Interval behind.
Because he
is
thought it was
0.2.
unfair that one person got penalized more than the other person. And it's like, well, I mean, you know, one of them retaliated by giving a really hard bump. The other one retaliated by straight out wrecking the other dude and then slamming into him like 2 more times afterwards. And then one of those times sending him back up the track and wrecking an innocent car. It's like, yeah, clearly one person's more, like, need some more guidance here. Oh no, are you okay? Holy
We
crap.
got approximately 13.8 laps left.
That was wild.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly trying real hard to save it.
Luke called out Mark Hanna in the comments on the Facebook Messenger. Because
25
Mark was talking
laps
about like
into
he
the
wanted to
stand.
race for a championship this year. And Luke said, if you can't qualify in the top 43, I don't think you're going to compete for a championship anyway.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean,
0.3 down
I was really
from
hoping
your
they
fast
they did some kind of rookie of the year kind of thing, and I was like, man, I really want to compete for that. And then I saw what that some of the other people that are rookies in the series that are like finishing in the top 3, and I'm like, yeah, maybe
That
not.
was 18.15.
well, there's a chance they might leave. So, take a shot. You know?
58 completed. 10 laps to go.
Man, like the first thing that I was saying when I wrecked like that was I was like, I hope that's not on the broadcast. And that was one of my actions when I was like, holy shit, I better get off the track before the leaders get to me, is because I was just like, I was thinking I didn't want to ruin anybody else's race, but I was also thinking, holy shit, dear Lord, do not let the
Around
broadcasters see this
8.7
right
laps
now.
left.
Like-
There's times when I was throwing myself out on the garage and dropped the gear too early or something and locked at the rears. Oh, there's old broadcasts where you'll see me like, oh, we have a giant wreck on the backstretch under caution. What happened? Oh, Ryan just locked at the rears.
30 laps done in this stint so far.
Oh, sorry.
And for more clarification, Dan, what happened was the wreck at the beginning of the race. I got a little bit of damage in that. I went to hit pit road. I came off of pit road late after going on pit road a second time to get a little extra damage fixed. And the leaders were coming because they were about to start when I was coming out of the pits. So I tried to rush through turns 1 and 2, was on the gas a little too hard when I hit the bumps where the road course comes in and out off the speedway.
Oh, yeah.
And the car got loose. I overcorrected and it hooked me straight right up off the apron, all the way up the banking, head on to the outside wall, and then spun me around, and I heard green flag, like right when that happened. So I was like, oh shit, the leaders are at the start finish line. So I just nailed the gas, drove down the banking straight across the freaking apron, right out into the grass and down to the inside wall. And I was just thinking the whole time, I was like, oh, like, 1, I need to get out of the way of the leaders before they get here. 2, I need to not be on the broadcast right now.
51.8 to go in this session.
And I knew they were probably looking at the leaders because it was a restart. So, dude, I was so freaked out. And that gave me a meatball flag, so then I got to go and sit on pit road for about 6.5 minutes getting damage fixed.
We've about 2.5
So-
laps left.
But luckily the broadcasters were nice enough to say that I sustained some damage in that first, in the actual caution. And that I was still getting repairs done from that. So thankfully they completely ignored that I wrecked myself under my own accord
15 seconds to 10
entirely
remaining of the session.
because I'm an idiot. There's actually a small bit on the broadcast, like right when they go green, when they go through turns 1 and 2, you see me on the very, very corner of the screen in the grass for like half a second, and then that's it. Then that's all you see of me. I know we got a small field tonight, Ryan, but thank you for putting this on. I'm happy to be here. I love running these events, and this has been a lot of fun. It's a good place to just chill and kind of hang out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm kind of bummed, but I really
It
do appreciate
happens.
the two of
It
you
does.
for showing up.
I've ran in leagues with small car counts. Even my own league did
Yeah.
that a long time ago, and I mean, I don't run leagues anymore, but yeah, It sucks, but because it's not what you want. But like, those of us that are still here, at least I'm having fun and I like being here.
Yeah, like I said, I probably need to try to scout for some more people who are actually like short track guys, because it's hard to ask, you know, people who aren't short track fans to invest their time in, you know, this. So, because I know not everybody's a short track fan, and most people that race are IWM. So, I need to find some people that just don't, you know, run IWM.
You can post over in my Discord. I think there's a like shameless plug channel for like people just plug their own shit. No,
18 seconds to the
no,
pit stall.
you fucking idiot.
No changes. No changes.
Get the best lap time that I can here.
Checkered flag for qualification.
That was a good recovery.
Probably not count my second time. I'm pretty sure
I
maybe
ran an
scuffed the wall,
18.3.
but I thought I scuffed it like
And he ran an 18.1.
after.
Oh, whatever issue you had, I am so thankful, because I spun in turns 3 and 4 on my first time lap, and it completely ruined the start of my second lap.
seconds.
So I'm just glad I'm only 2/10 off you.
No changes in pit stop.
That was awful. That was embarrassing.
10, 9, 8,
Okay, we can go a little faster than
7.
this.
6.
Holy shit, dude, that was terrible.
Count my second lap. I mean, I scuffed the wall, but I scuffed the wall after I crossed the start finish line. Interesting.
Yeah, I had that happen over at BRL as well, and I guess there's just like a certain, maybe it's until you hit the next timing line. You know, like most tracks have like sectors. Maybe it's the following timing line. Maybe it's the timing line for the next sector after the start finish line.
You would think that the start finish line would act as the timing line. But... Hey, Dan, are you taking time? Mr. Withers.
Maybe qualifying is a good time to go take a piss.
That might be it. I think I'll wait.
Yeah, the thing about my Discord is anybody that does happen to still be around and might do some sim racing over there, is primarily, since usually the majority of what you see me run is short track racing. Anybody that, like, back when I used to run a league in R Factor, that's pretty much all that I actually ran. My league was just short track racing stuff, because that's those are the mods that I made for R Factor. Was I made a whole bunch of short track racing content. So yeah, from what I've found, that's primarily the best way to try to recruit drivers, is recruiting them from already being a member of the short track racing community in iRacing.
Yeah, that's why I can't ask for anybody who, like, you know, IWM or anything like that to you be obligated to race or anything, because not everybody's a short track person. That's why I need to, like, try to do some hosted stuff and bring people who are actual short track people in.
Yeah, like you can get you can get a few.
Yeah. That's all you really need is a few anyway.
Because kind of like how there's a few of us that are still here that also race over IWM.
7 seconds to our pit box.
Like you can get a few
1 minute,
people from like
43
NASCAR
seconds left
communities, just because there are a few that kind of like to go race like grassroots style stuff. But mainly you just got to try to find people that are already doing the grassroots style stuff to come over.
hopefully I don't kill my
Pace
tires.
car about to move.
I know I will. I didn't really try that hard where it's just straight.
Because Brian usually figures it out, like, on the long runs with these cars pretty well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pace car moving.
Yeah. Slinger.
Thank you.
All
All right, guys.
National Fairgrounds. Had a couple strong races, for sure.
Slinger if we would have gotten a longer green flag run. Unless you already said that.
Won,
National Fairgrounds is a fun track.
so, yeah.
All right, guys. So, guess what? We made the feature.
I'm gonna get a top 3.
Hell
I
yeah.
end up on the podium. And if we want to kind of just keep this one fun, and if we get strung out or something, and if y'all want to caution, we'll throw it in there. We'll see.
I'm just gonna do 10 laps. Oh,
On green.
night probably.
Green light.
Oh, that yellow line.
Brian?
Car inside mid. Keep there. Still low. Still active center. Keep there. Keep hot. Stay there. Still active. Keep there. Still there. Still
Oh, hell yeah. Here we go.
low. Keep outside.
Cone for entering the pits. I took it
Still
all the
alive.
way to.
Keep hot. Still there. Keep there.
I got loose.
18.9
I was trying.
one-hundredths of a second. That's another quickest.
All right.
Fuck, they're quick at putting it back.
Well done. New quickest time.
You would think
18.9
iRacing would
hundredths.
actually like make it wait until the caution and then put it back to simulate like a crew guy going out there and putting it.
I want an animated crew guy that just runs out there on the track and puts it up.
Well done. Yet another fastest time. 18.2 hundredths.
Just like I'd love to actually have the choose rule and on short tracks actually make it a cone on the front stretch.
Yeah.
Because that'd be fairly
I'm sure
easy.
I'm sure it'll come, especially with Cup doing it.
5 laps down. 70 left. Pace car left the pit.
I think it also has to do with like they're afraid of timing and scoring issues. Pace car checked it pretty hard here. You don't want to just slam on the brakes on you.
Yeah, that would I still did the brakes pretty hard. Because like at a lot of dirt tracks, usually there's a crew guy out in the infield that has like a really long rope attached to the cone, and he just yanks. Yeah, he just yanks the rope as hard as he can. That way he doesn't have to go anywhere near the track. Like have like a a crew member with like a dude. I swear it's like a a good like 75-foot rope. Like it's a long rope, and he just yanks it and kind of runs with it for a second, which I mean he's still far enough away from the track surface to where it's safe.
1 lap to green
I
flag.
guess I'll just go stay on the bottom.
But they could easily make like a thing in iRacing where a cone pops up there in the center of the straightaway, and then it just disappears when the green flag, or when you come around for the green flag.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy. I don't know. They might be like timing concerns or something.
Pace car entered the pit. Green lights. Last was a 38.3 one-hundredths of a second.
Third gear start, not a good idea.
Are you trying some, or did you forget to shift down?
Car in front, lap time 17 seconds 9.
Mainly I forgot to shift down. I was still in turn 4 on the backstretch, or I was still in fourth gear on the backstretch.
17 seconds 9. A new best this session.
Sorry, I'm getting frustrated myself. I can't talk when I'm tripping over my words and stuttering like a fucking idiot. Motherfucker. God, I'm such a fucking dumbass.
0.1 down from your best lap.
It's alright. Focus. Focus on our marks. Save tires. Don't do that.
.84. That's a new quickest time. Minutes to go in this session.
Good luck, guys. Hope you get a top 2.
Take care.
Take care, Dan. It was fun racing with you, man.
Ah, yeah.
15 laps completed.
Yeah.
60 laps to go.
Car anyway.
Track state. Carry over at about 7%.
I put the wrong setup in there for you. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what Evan's saying. I want to hear the, Pete and Evan's take on
18 and a half tenths on last
Oh, is
lap.
he in Southern E?
Yeah, he just got there. So he wasn't there 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We'll see what they had to say about last night, and see if Bobby thinks it's time to start up his ARCA series that he wants.
Sorry, guys. I'm being quiet. I'm just trying to focus here.
All right, I'll be talking to you.
Hi, buddy.
I was getting really frustrated with myself when I started stuttering and stuff there.
1/3 of a second.
And then number 2.
.2 down from your fastest lap.
Just keep driving. Just keep driving. I'm just turning laps now.
When it comes to can save the best tires.
.1 down from your quickest time.
I don't even mind these kinds of races at all. Like there was, I remember there was like almost an entire season
0.1 slower than your
where
quickest lap.
half of the season was just me and one of my teammates just running laps. Because we'd have like a league race and nobody would show up, so we would just be like, all right, well,
Last
you know,
lap 18.2.
let's still run anyways, and let's go out there and just fucking run laps together during the race. Then we'd show up and just still race against each other, but you know, still put in the effort, still try to race,
18.16.
but just do like a, you know, like a head-to-head battle for the race.
Completed, 50 left. You have approximately 49.7 laps left.
You know what I also wonder? I also wonder how many people are gonna go run that that new league that IWM is broadcasting for, the new iNASCAR series tonight.
I think Ty runs it, but I don't think really.
Delta minus 0.10 100, last lap ahead.
Car's getting a little loose.
13 minutes to go of this session. .4 down from your best lap.
I scuffed the wall a little there.
We got roughly 44.8 laps left.
I could hear the tires scrubbing there. I was in a little bit of a four-wheel slide. It's not at all what I want to do right now. Trying to be nice to my tires. .6 slower than your quickest time. We're only on lap 33, and it's a 75 lap race.
Roughly 41.8 laps left. Half a second slower than your quickest lap.
Have you done your 358s at Lernerville yet this week?
Yep.
I did one of those just before I hopped in here.
How was it?
It was alright.
35 completed. 40 laps to go.
Actually, I think I finished 5th.
I think mine was somewhere around the same. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and check the. I did a video for this week for it already.
I'm trying to make an effort to
Gap ahead is 1.35.
run a few more races, that way I can get my I rating back up to where you were. Because I've dropped behind you a little bit.
I'm sorry, but I can't get to where you are on asphalt nearly as fast as where you can get to where I am on road or on road course or dirt.
Well, with as much as you race, because right now you're racing more than I am, you'll get better for sure.
There's about 36.8 laps left.
That's where I was talking with Tyler Peebles, who raced in the race last night. Like, he doesn't race nearly as much as he used to. Like, I felt like I was so sloppy during that race last night. Like, making stupid mistakes, not driving.
Delta of .026 last lap in front.
Man, I feel so sloppy because I haven't ran like an oval race. It seems like a proper oval race in a while. In that car at that distance, so I just felt really bad. And Peebles is like, yeah, man, I hadn't raced this car in 6 months. He goes out there.
Minus .1 was the Delta in front.
He leads like the first quarter of the race and all that. And I'm like, dang it. Granted, he's been on this sim for a long time. Pretty sure longer than you had. Like, I think you was probably like 2010 or something.
That's actually what I am. Is 2010. The sim, the platform came out in 2008, and I joined in 2010.
How'd you figure out about it? Because it seems like it would be super, like, I guess with your R Factor stuff, that you're probably in the loops with like stuff on that.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was also the fact that I before R Factor I ran NRO3. So I was already involved in NR03 and, you know, Papyrus games I had been playing for a while anyways. Because the first...
Hardly anything on it though.
The first games that I had were the original NASCAR racing games that came out in like the mid 90s, like 94, 95 or whatever. And I ran those, and then I basically ran all the NASCAR games that ended up being made by Papyrus.
Was the Delta ahead.
And then when Papyrus shut down, any of the people that moved on to the next project, which was iRacing, you know, there was a decent handful of guys that, you know, started iRacing that were originally from Papyrus. So anybody that was already in the loop because of running NR03, you know, knew about iRacing starting up.
Yeah.
So it's mainly just because I was already sim racing products that were made by the same people in the early 2000s and also in the 90s.
You're probably racing on a bungee cord wheel.
No, it was
We had
47
it was
laps
the
into
computer.
spin.
It was the computer that they had in the race shop when my dad was working for a part-time NASCAR Busch North Series team, and they had a computer in the shop. One of the crew guys had a computer at his house as
We've about
well,
26.8
and
laps left.
I played the early NASCAR games like on those computers, and they had a cheap plastic wheel at the race shop back then that I could play on. And that's what got me hooked. Prior to that, I had already played, you know, video games the rest, like, almost my whole life. I grew up playing, like, you know, Mario Brothers on the original Nintendo. I've even played an original Atari. Even though I was born in '90, I played, you know, I remember playing an original Atari that
.4
my
down
dad
from
had.
your quickest lap.
Sorry, I'm struggling to concentrate and talk at the same time.
keep trying to get more and more out of that hole.
We've got about 22.7 laps left.
Keep going, you can move it eventually, just keep on hitting it.
Yeah, well, it's the way the wall like opens up a little bit too. If you
Yeah, the front stretch, it's narrower
go
down
launch
in
right into it.
it's narrower down in the entry of turn 1 than it is coming out of 4.
Lap.
Yeah.
I've had people get side by side with me and they squeeze me into the wall because they don't realize that the wall kind of moves inwards. So they just try to follow the lines on the lines painted on the racetrack.
There's approximately 20.8 laps left.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. Oh, there was an issue that prevented Ray and
20
Justin from
laps
running,
left.
so
55 completed.
he said he feels bad.
Oh, is he in YouTube?
Yeah, he's in my chat.
Oh, it's all good. What's he racing?
None. He was just letting me know why they didn't make it. There was a plumbing issue.
Oh no. Everything's alright, Justin.
We got about 17.8
Damn.
laps left.
Dude, that always sucks when you're in that situation. Last time we were in that situation, you know what we had to do? We had to shit and piss in a 5-gallon bucket and take it out to the backyard. Or just go shit and piss outside.
Roughly 16.7
One of the two.
laps left.
Hopefully it's not that dire for you guys.
15 to go.
We're just playing a game of saving tires. Just trying to see what we can do here.
About 14.8 laps left.
Well, it's good that one works. I mean, that's a positive. Yeah, it's getting really bad in turns 1 and 2 now. I gotta try to figure out a different line through there.
Seconds on previous lap.
Just trying to figure out a new line to run.
0.4 down from your best lap time.
Think we found something. Yeah. There's we had 3 cars make it tonight. I'm thinking I'm finding something high in, low out. At least in turn 1s and 2.
Ten more laps left. There's about 9.8 laps left.
Just concentrating here.
Delta 0.7 hundredths of a second last lap in front.
My tires are like screaming at me right now.
.67 laps done in the stint so far.
No, we're racing for it. We're just the first
When OST starts back up?
no. Dan was in here and he ran a few laps, but then he bowed out. So it's basically just been like a heads up race between me and Ryan. Oh, he's getting loose.
You have 1 minute 42.74 still in the session.
Damn.
Half a second down from your best.
That's what Richie says.
Yeah.
Delta ahead last, a quarter.
We slid pretty hard into that corner. I could hear the tires.
You 49 seconds for remaining of the session.
I mean, if he gets loose or slides the car the wrong way, I can still catch him.
Last lap.
Holy shit!
We got 13 seconds 5-6 remaining of the session.
The tires are mad at me. Jesus.
End of the race session. Checkered.
Turn, you bitch.
Oh, appreciate the race, man. Sorry, sorry I didn't have anybody else here, out here for you.
No, dude, like I told you, man, I I used to be the owner of a league that had 2 cars racing for half the season. Like, I mean, I know what it feels like to not have the car counts you want, but at the same time, like, I am perfectly happy racing with 2 cars on track, just like I'm perfectly happy with going and racing like last night where you have to try to qualify in. I'm here to race and here to run laps just because just the ability to drive in this virtual environment with the VR headset on is rewarding enough to me.
9,
I mean, it's more than I
7,
have the ability to even
6,
do on the streets or anything.
5,
So like I'm here
4,
to run laps and I have fun with it.
3,
I don't care what the car counts
2,
are. I'm having fun.
1.
It's a good race to try to work on like saving tire and stuff that I needed to kind of work on. Out of curiosity, what were your tires at? Mine were 90, 87 right sides.
Mine were
215.
I was sliding the tires quite a bit there at the end, so mine were 89 and 85, right front, right rear.
Okay, and you had a little bit more heat.
All right, bro.
And 229 right front.
I can
Yeah, I was really trying to just.
I can
work
jump
on
in there
saving
like
my
right
tires
after I
and,
end stream.
minding the gap back to you. Best I could, and then those last 5 laps, I kind of just drove it just to see what I still had left.
Yeah, on those last couple of laps, that's when I feel like I did most of the damage to my tires, because that's when I started to try to push it, and I remember I went into like turn 3 on one of those laps, and I could hear my tires like starting to squeal, and I could feel the car, like I had to just hold the wheel straight because the car was already turning and starting to kind of kick out a little bit. And there was even like I think the last lap I actually had to turn right on entry to turn 3. Which definitely means that your tire, you're in a 4-wheel slide on entry. Like,
isn't typically optimal.
Yeah, no, and that's why like I was 89 right front and 85 right rear. So I actually wore my tires out more than you did because I was chasing you. But yeah, you did good at saving tires.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned about that because you are usually pretty good at optimizing tire wear and what all.
Usually, I also
back in my head pretty good.
I'm not sure about you, but I also never got a chance to practice this week ever. So I'm yeah.
I mean, not for like actual practice. Like I turned some laps just to make sure that the setup was decent, that I had fuel and
I didn't
other
even
things. But
I didn't even do that when I jumped on the server. It was my first laps this week with the car and the track at all.
Yeah, well,
but it's fun.
Coming out.
Yeah, dude. It's no problem at all. It's fun. I'll be back for the next one in April.
Yeah, hopefully we have more than 3 cars. I really need to take that opportunity during that like little couple off weeks to try to put up a few. I don't want to say recruitment races, but just public races, and then try to send a few invites. I just hate doing public races. I despise hosted races.
Yeah. I gotta swap headsets and end the stream, so I'll probably catch up with you over in Southern in a few minutes.
Yep. All right. Sounds good.
Later, man.
Appreciate it, bud.
All right, guys. Let me get my eyes on first. Oh, sorry. We're just debriefing after the race, just chatting. All right. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and end this. This is the results. Man, our fast times are close. Our fast times of the race were real close. 17.823 and 17.836. Real close. But hell yeah, had fun, ran some laps. And I always love getting a chance to run laps. Doesn't even matter if it's only like a 2-car race and we're just sitting there running like a race heads up against each other and just grind it out. Just run the laps. It's seat time. It's practice. And and especially if there ends up like not being cautions besides like that caution like the first 5 laps there. If there's like no cautions the rest of the race, then I mean it's just a heads up race to the end and seeing who could save tires better. So I mean it's fun. I had fun doing it. This is for anybody out there that's watching. This was Grassroots Big Events Racing League. You can find them on iRacing. They're looking for more drivers. They're fun races. Pretty chilled out group of people, and definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, just it was nice, you know, relaxing, hanging out, running some laps, and focusing on like saving tires and stuff. It's always good shit to learn. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thank you to iRacing for giving us the ability to race on, you know, this virtual platform. Thank you to Twitch and YouTube for, you know, your platforms allow me to, you know, put content out and you know, just have a lot of fun as a content creator. And then thank you to Discord as well. It really is a great platform for us all to be able to connect and, you know, form communities and stuff like that. So it's been awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you to Texas Speed Sim Racing, the team that I'm on. Thank you to all my followers, all my viewers, all my subscribers, all of you guys out there that can hear the sound of my voice right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whether you're watching this live or going back and watching the VOD of it, thank you guys so much for your support. It's been a blast. Having a bunch of fun doing this. And yeah, I hope to see you guys for the next one, which will be tomorrow over at BRL. Thank you guys so much, and remember, any of you guys looking out for some good, you know, like virtual events that, you know, mimic real life, you know, the real life counterparts, look for Grassroots Big Events Racing League on iRacing. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.